Hello everyone, I am Walt. Welcome back to some of our internet learning today. In the woods here, enjoying some nice forest bathing with our learning. So yes, we are diving on into a little bit of an interesting topic today, which I would say we're going to talk a little bit about internet learning when it comes to the potential to, bit on the finger. Well, that's what you get for being in the forest, I suppose. Mosquitoes, you win some, you lose some, even with bug spray. Anywho, as I was saying, maybe it was a sweat bee. Before all that, is what it is here when you're shooting out in the woods. But yeah, okay, let's dive on into a little bit about the music industry, file sharing, and the potential for learning on the internet. So, as we talked about last time, the internet has so many useful resources in a positive direction for, learning when it comes to the ability to gain knowledge off of YouTube and all these other kind of ways to learn through reading articles online, all that kind of fun stuff. But what about like file sharing stuff? Because we all know the story of Napster being gone for so many years now, when initially, of course, everything with if you guys don't know the story of Napster, basically a ability to share MP3s there. Everybody able to share songs with each other online. Everybody thought this was great, except the entire music industry, who's like, how are we going to sell records now? And so they take Napster down and such. But years later, the music industry is doing exactly this. They're putting music out as basically a free thing, and now it's about concert sales instead of about, music sales. So now there's this big free information source on the internet, and this is an interesting topic to talk about when it comes to file sharing and the ability for people to get knowledge from various places, So once upon a time, as I was saying with the Napster story, which I've also linked up in the description if you guys want to check out the original article on this one, really it's an interesting case where initially everybody thinks this is terrible, this is something that's going to destroy the music industry, yet the music industry ends up adapting to this entire circumstance and decides to go with it, and eventually to end up just kind of having music be an almost free thing. I mean, I know you can get stuff through iTunes, but who uses iTunes when you can download free music off of YouTube? I think most people just kind of do that. I wouldn't believe people would go to iTunes or something when you can get free, music off the internet just easily. And of course, then it's the concert sales that really are the big thing in the music industry, as I was mentioning earlier. But it's really an interesting way to show the changes in kind of technology over the years. I would say the same is also gone for a little bit of a few other industries. If I may dip off topic a little bit from the normal Unit 2 stuff to talk a little bit further in detail about file sharing, of course, now there's the question about the efficacy of piracy and free content. So if you go on the internet, if you want to watch free movies, there are various places where you will find them, If you want to torrent movies, there are ways you can do that. This can be true of games in some cases, music, all kinds of things are now just basically free through the internet, whether copyrighted or not. So this really gives the question of, does the internet need better regulation? Because you don't want intellectual property to be gone. Intellectual property is most of what a lot of first world countries are producing now. They're not producing, as many manufactured goods like per person. So really it's the designs, it's that kind of stuff. And of course, I've done a number of interesting projects for a Chinese econ class once that went through intellectual property theft and its future through China and a number of other countries that have had problems with this. I think that IP theft is something that's gotten better in some ways, but simply put, through the power of the internet, a lot of intellectual property can be stolen. It's something that can be falsely duplicated. There's so many different things, and it's so hard to stop this kind of stuff from happening. So while Napster may have, initially started this and been shut down, places will continue to do file sharing. I don't see that ever going away. So really it gives a question about the internet when it comes to being able to learn and access information. What about the dark side of it for the ability to get free information that's not intended to be free, Because a lot of people need to make money basically with their movies and their TV shows and stuff like that. Ow! Ugh. Okay. I think we're getting black flies out here. Something like that. Going after my fingers. Either that or I'm constantly stopping on like a number of sweat bee nests. Anyway, this has never happened, so whatever. Anywho, hopefully this doesn't ruin the quality of the video or anything, I think it's still good video and whatnot. So, yeah, I would say the main point, the main takeaway, besides apparently me getting better bug spray on my fingers. I would say the main takeaway here would be the fact that really the internet has allowed a great amount of online learning and so many great things for us, but at the same time, of course, it has this problem of intellectual property theft at times, and really the file sharing ability that can either be used as an advantage, as the internet is now using with music, for now it being about concert sales and not just about, you know, number of song sales and record sales. So an adaptation of the way we look at things, or will it be more like the movie industry, which is constantly continuing to fight off something that is almost inevitable with file sharing? Anyway, that's about it. Next time I will wrap up the rest of Unit 2 with you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time with the next video. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.